You must be sleeping under a rock or something. You don't understand what's happening here. I'm in God mode nowadays, son. I'm the tribal chief. I'm the head of your table. I'm the provider around here.
YouTube faithful, what's going on? It is Winning Wednesday, and how about yesterday, Taco Tuesday, the video everyone has been waiting for? If you watched yesterday's video, every pick that was discussed, WNBA, MLB, NBA, sweep it all. Every play hit. Ask them in the comments. Every single one. The ParlayPlay nuke hit, the PrizePicks combos hit, and the WNBA play hit. Guys, that is a phenomenal feat, but I'd be lying if I didn't say that it was earned and well given, because I worked very, very hard. I do it every single day. I've been putting in the hours to get my app out, which is why today is going to be a light day. Just letting you guys know up front, we're going to talk about MLB, WNBA, and NBA again today, but we're not going to be making a ton of lineups. But I will definitely make a parlay play lineup and a PrizePicks lineup, and we'll call it a day. Now, every single night, I tweak Crushed Bats, my new app, the pitcher side. There's also a hitter side, which you guys are going to love. Trust me. You're going to be able to find out home run equity, percentages, who's most likely to hit a home run, and RBI, all of that. It's coming down the pike, too. Once this is out, you will start to see that. That's still in the oven. But one thing I did want to show you real quick before we get into the picks today, guys. 3-2 AMI and the. He literally said, join Discord yesterday and went green. Shout out to Goat Crush. He made $200 his first day in the mix. The membership is $25 a month. He's literally got basically a free roll for the rest of the year, okay? And Taylor Ward, Bryce Harper, Dylan Cease, Ohtani, and Anthony Edwards, this is a mix hybrid between the Discord picks, the live stream picks, which is in the Discord, and the YouTube. And he put them all in, and he cashed. And it wasn't just him. Everybody ate yesterday because the YouTube swept, which is free for all of you each and every day. The live stream basically swept, except for one hitter, which we know hitters are volatile. The daily prop list completely swept, which was right here. Scooble, Clay Holmes, Ohtani 1.5 bases, Taylor Ward 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, Luzardo strikeouts, his hits allowed, and then we threw in Dylan Cease, which you can see here. I ran it in Crushed Bats, and I said Dylan Cease, he was projected for 6 strikeouts. He goes over 5.5, 61% of the time. He got exactly 6. Okay? Surgical. The app works. Trust the science. Trust the data. Trust my algorithms, because I work very hard on these model projections. Sometimes you just gotta trust Crush. But with that being said, you can see the wall of green. I mean, this is ridiculous, guys. I don't think there was one member that lost yesterday unless they took Spencer Strider, which I explicitly told them not to do. And it wasn't just PrizePicks, because I tell you guys all the time, you gotta shop around. PrizePicks, Underdog, Sleeper, Chalkboard, ParlayPlay. I swept them all, baby. I mean, the Quinella. This was my Underdog lineup. Bada bing, bada boom. The only regret is that I didn't power it. I've been powering everything. This was $30. I've been powering everything 20 or under. But since it was 30, I flexed it, and the greed of it, I still won like $300, but my greed is like, why didn't you just power? I have to show you guys this stuff because this is the only way people believe in the channel and want to subscribe in the product, so I have to do it. I don't know why I have to show you guys winning slips. Can't you just take your boy's word for it? And the fact that I have a loyal following, I mean, we don't win every night. Nobody does, but we do win around here. This was the ParlayPlay nuke. I gave this to you guys on YouTube for free. All you had to do was tail. If it's like Iceberg says, if Captain Crush nukes a lineup, you just tail it. You don't ask questions and pray that it hits. And sure enough, it hit. Another one, a full 25xer, another one. Pete Alonso under, the Mets are trash. Gave that on the YouTube. Full playlist sweep. Then on the live stream, I said Aaron Judge's live square was 1.5. That was a free square. I called it out on the live stream. I said pair it with Harper. The only regret, once again, is that I didn't nuke. Same thing with this one. Scooby-Doo. Easiest. This was right here, guys. All you had to do was lock in, and you should have made significant coin yesterday, guys. What a day. What a victory lap. What a run. What a generational app. What an absolute master class. And yeah, I'm tooting my own horn because somebody's got to. I mean, I don't know what it's going to take for you guys to lock in on the MLB streets. You guys have to lock in on the MLB streets. It is just a money printer if you know what you're doing. Shotzi, aka Disco, first day back. Look at this. He made almost $200. I mean, guys, it was absolutely cinema. I could go on for literally an hour with this stuff, with how many people cashed. Because when you have all forms of content sweep, prop list, live stream, YouTube, people are going to win, okay? So with that in mind, sorry for the long intro, but guys, everybody knew there was going to be a victory lap. How could you not have known, man? How could you not have known? That was in honor of my late friend James, the absolute master class. The video honored him, and it was great. I'm glad. Put that in the memory books. May 20th, a day I'll never forget. Got to play a few holes of golf. Ended the day with some good pizza. Got to sweat OKC winning. What I tell you, the Thunder ain't afraid of no wolf. We ain't afraid of no wolf. 1-0, and we're coming for game 2, Iceberg. Sorry to say, it's OKC's time. But without further ado, after all the smoke is cleared, let's talk about these plays, okay? First, let's talk about WNBA first over here on ParlayPlay. ParlayPlay has exclusively boosted Brittany Sykes for me 14.5. It was 1.0. I got it to 1.23. A slight boost. Nothing too crazy. There's other boosts here, but Brittany Sykes' normal line is 20.5. So we are going to use this. This is an exclusive play that I gave them to boost for the Crush community for you guys. If you guys want to give me options to tell them what to boost, if there's something you like, let me know. Now, I can't boost things that they already have. If it's a game that's already going on, I can't boost from that game, which is why I chose this one. Otherwise, I would have gave you something else. I wanted Collier to be boosted, but they already have Paige from that game. That's fair. That's fine. We are going to make a WNBA lineup with this boost right here, and we will go from there. So this is what I really wanted boosted. Collier at 17.5, but like I said, since they already have one, it is what it is. If we took this one, it's not even 1.25x, so we have to do something else, okay? It won't let us take under on her 3.5 assists. Do they have an RA for her? No, they don't. This is unfortunate here because I don't want to take Collier to get 24.5 points, and I don't want to take her to get 19.5. We might have to pair this with MLB, guys. This is why you got to shop around. If you're looking to take Collier's RA, you're going to have to go on PrizePicks. I'm not a one-stop shop. I use them all, guys. Underdog, all of them. Let's go look at MLB. Let's see if we can find DeGrom. He's on boost too, so we're going to take his 5.5 boost. We'll come back to Brittany Sykes. All right, guys, so WNBA is still early. We're going to have to make some gut calls. I do like Paige. I do like that boost a lot. I do like a lot of these plays. We'll go over in the Discord. I'm thinking about taking under on Arike because she's just been absolutely poverty, but I know once I take under, she's going to soar. Don't you just feel it in your bones? So we're going to make some gut calls. Bridget's rebounds. This has been cashing for me. Let's see what lines they have. They have it at 3.5. Okay, that'll put us at 1.57x. That's good right there. We'll take Bridget's rebounds. Let's take a look at Plum, not Peach, but Plum, Kelsey Plum. Okay, they got Kelsey Plum. 19.5 points for Kelsey Plum. Does that put us at 2x? Yes, it puts us at 2.15x. This is going to be my WNBA lineup. If you can find we'll talk about Collier on PrizePicks. Well, let's see. If I throw her in here, I'm not nuking WNBA either. I do have my projection model posted in the Discord so you can follow that. But again, guys, it's super early in the season, so there's no need to be nuking WNBA. We're still trying to figure out everything. So for this one, I'm going to throw 50 to win 107. I don't actually know because people will nuke. 25 to win 53. All right, guys, something was going on in my browser, but here we go. Bridget, 3.5 rebounds, Plum 19.5, and Brittany Sykes, the Crush boost, 14.5 points. I don't want to nuke today because I had such a great day yesterday. I'm only going to put 25 to win 50 and just try to get out of here with a double up. But if you want to nuke it, you feel good about it, you can. I don't recommend nuking WNBA until we have more data points. Like I said, my model's there. It has been caching. The people have been giving me good feedback. I'm still tweaking it, but right now the priority is MLB. We will make some more WNBA lineups on the live stream today, and I will throw one in for PrizePicks, but here you go. Code CRUSH, tail, or fade. I get asked all the time, how do I get into the Discord? You use code CRUSH on any of my Pick'em site partners, okay? They will give you the match. The Underdog gives you up to $1,000 match, chalkboard, sleeper, parlay play, and then you send me the deposit screenshot and I throw you back the link for 30 days, or you can buy direct at captaincrush.net. But that is a shortcut into the mix for free. Just deposit on my partner site and send me the email. So we are going to build an MLB one. But first, let's go back over to PrizePicks and get this done on the WNBA. I want to see what they got for Collier. Okay, Collier, 24.7.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists. They don't have her RA either. You know why? Because it's soaring under. I'm tempted to take under 44.5 fantasy score. She just played him and got 42. Yeah. I get all that, man. Even under on her rebounds. She's just a primary scorer. I'll just take over on her points, Goblin. I don't want to take it too high. I don't like taking these girls to do too much. And then I think Paige's fantasy score could be good, or just her PRA. Obviously, as she progresses in the league, she's going to get better and better. Let's just put that one there now on ice. But you know what I want to do instead of Collier's Gabi? I want to take her first half at 12.5. Just like I took Randall's yesterday first half, I also took his full game. I want to do that with Collier, 19.5, 12.5. So am I going to run it with Paige and do a 1v1? We can't even get Sykes down to 14.5 on PrizePicks. You see? Doing the Lord's work. Here you go. Here's 2.25x. I do like Paige's fantasy score and I do like Carlton, but I don't want to get, we already got her on another one, so I don't want to get too overexposed to WNBA today. 20 to win, 45. That's plenty. That's plenty of exposure to WNBA. You can tail or fade. There it is. Hopefully your plum doesn't foul out again, man. What the heck was that? All right, let's move on to a real sport. Let's talk about the NBA, then we'll close with MLB. So again, we have a new series. We don't want to get too carried away with all of this because we don't know what's going to happen. Nobody does. All we can do is go by historical stuff, but knowing that this is the Eastern Conference Finals raises the stakes. I'm thinking this right here, chat. I'm thinking Nembhard, pause. We're talking about basketball. We're all right. I'm thinking his RA at 8.5, or maybe even his fantasy score at 26.5, Papa. I mean, call me an office crazy, but I think he can get 9 RA. But the problem with Nembhard is he going to get gate kept? Here's his 8.5 RA via Pick Finder so we can see the last historical. Last 10, 60%. Let's look at the head-to-heads. 18 games played. He doesn't even sniff it this season, guys. But obviously, he's playing different now. Let's take a look at just the assists. 2-2. Man, I'm not liking what I'm seeing for the head-to-heads, let me tell you. But I know he's doing more. Where's just his rebounds? 1-2, and then this was from 2024. Yeah, this was in the playoffs last year. Same timeline, kinda. He just turns up in the playoffs. I mean, it's crazy. But I think, I don't know, maybe under 3.5 rebounds and over 8.5 RA for Nembhard, or maybe we just fade it. I don't know. We'll put him on ice. We'll come back to that. I want to talk about one that I know I'm taking. Josh Hart, over 2 offensive rebounds. These props are so crazy, but listen, he's projecting in my model for 2. I saw the historical data and I liked it. I also think you could just take his flat rebounds at 9. They bumped it to 9.5. Of course they did. But this is what I saw right here. Josh Hart, 2 offensive rebounds, 82% head-to-head, 73% last 15, 80% last 10. I mean, it's as crispy gets. He had 7 offensive rebound chances per game. He's averaging 2.3 per game as well. So I'm going with it. We got push equity. I'm feeling good about it. The model has him at 2. I'm going to take it. And if he sells, he sells. I'm on such a heater right now. It's all good in the hood, baby. Now for first quarter, we talked about this in yesterday's video, but it's a new day. I still think you can take Jalen Brunson over 1.5 assists is at right here. This would pay you 2x. It's heavily juiced, unfortunately. This is the same team, by the way, so you can't do that. You'd have to add a third. But I do think his over 1.5 assist is good. And then I think Jalen Brunson under first quarter points at 8. Okay, Anthony Edwards pushed yesterday at 7. And then his first half under at 13.5. I always take those. Can he go over? Dude, listen to me carefully. Brunson can drop 20 any given time, but he has been staying under these frequently. Maybe we get lucky and he stays under again. Do not overexpose yourself to NBA today. You want to take it light, just like yesterday, because we want to see how the rotations are going to run, the usage rates in the matchup, etc. High stakes. We got to be smart. All right, now if you're looking for an NBA full game pair for this one, I would say Halliburton's assist under. Look at this. I mean, he's only hit this one time in his entire games played against them, but it's just different now. He's different now. Honestly, guys, it feels like we're just guessing. I'm not one of these cappers that's going to come on here, lie and cap to you and tell you, oh yeah, this is a lock. This is what's going to happen. I have no idea how they're going to run these matchups for the playoff run against these guys. I really don't. You don't either. So stop acting like you do. Oh, well, they did this last time. It doesn't matter, dude. That was so long ago and nobody cares. Maybe we just take over on Halliburton's fantasy score and call it a day. I don't know. I'm just going to make a gut call and go with Nembhard's fantasy score. That's it. Okay. So that's it. 20 to win 60. Again, not overextending myself, guys. I don't want to give myself an aneurysm trying to cook NBA on a game that I have no idea what's going to happen. Yesterday, I knew Randall was going to get the usage because I know how the Wolves and I know the Thunder and I know how the Wolves play. I don't really have that big of an insight and be like, oh yeah, I know the Knicks like the back of my hand. No, I just know what the data says. So we'll wait and see, but that's my take for NBA today. Now let's get to the money printer game. MLB is where it's at, Chief. Long hair, couldn't care. MLB in 5. And I got 2 plays today that are going to rock your socks off if they hit. And the first one happens to be a boost on ParlayPlay, which is Jacob deGrom. Faceless his own Rangers, baby. The poverty Rangers. Absolutely. Are we taking them at 6.5? Are we going to go for the full line? Well, this is what I do, comment guy. Let me talk to you for a second. Listen, come under and sit under the learning tree with old Crush. I'm taking them for 5.5. Now, what's that mean for you? Because yesterday we took Luzardo, we took Scooble, we took a few others, and they cashed their demon lines, their goblin lines, and their regular lines. Well, what I do is I put the bulk of my unit size on the goblin to try to get the 2 to 4x. Then I make another lineup with a smaller unit size on their regular lines or their demons in case they overperform my expectations, and I cash that too, which is why you saw all those slips where I had Scooble going over 7. I had Luzardo over 5.5. I had Dylan Cease at 5.5. I had Clay Holmes at 4.5. I had all that because that is what I do. Same thing with Julius Randle. Nuked him at 17.5, but also put him for light unit at 19.5, his full line, because that is how you are supposed to do it, my friends. I'm giving free game on these videos, chat. You gotta all you have to do is lock in, listen to it like a podcast. You'll be better off than when a Captain Crush found you. Let me talk to you. So we need a pair, and it looked no further than Boston's own ace, Garrett Crochet. That's right, comment guy, Garrett Crochet. Now I like to call him Davy Crockett because that just looks cooler to me. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier, but we got Garrett Crochet for 5.5Ks. As you can see, that ain't gonna get us to the finish line. That's only 1.6x. Oh me, oh my, what do we do, comment guy? Well, that's where you factor in the NBA plays or the WNBA plays, or you do a hitter or whatever else you want to do to get it across that 2x mark. Now, you could go right back to the Phillies and play Philly roulette or Dodger roulette or Athletics roulette like we did yesterday, and we happened to land on our color. We hit. Do I think it's optimal to do that 2 days in a row? No, but I wouldn't begrudge you a bit. Let's see if we can find any hits, runs, RBIs on the cheap. I kind of feel like we got to go right back to Bryce Harper, man. I feel like we do. By the way, I know there's a lot of early games. I didn't have the video out because I'm working till 4 or 5 in the morning every night on my app. Fade the noon games, guys. The early games are nothing but trouble. Just fade them and wait for the main slate that tips off at 5:40 Central. That is optimal. Trust me. So you could do this right here. Harper, Crochet, deGrom, and that would give you 2x. Then if you wanted to take their normal lines, in fact, I'm going to put this in right here. 10 to win 21. If you want to take their normal lines and hope they overperform, you could do that too. Okay, that's up to you. I'll probably mix and match these with WNBA and NBA later. But like I said, guys, I'm not looking for anything big today. I made a ton of coin the last 2 days. God blessed me. And because of that, I'm going light today and focusing on my app. As soon as this video is done, I'm full steam ahead on getting my app deployed tonight. And what is that app? Glad you asked, comment guy. It's Crushed Bats, the pitcher side. There's a hitter side too, like I always say. Let's take a gander. Let's go look at Mr. deGrom. Where you at, Jake the Snake deGrom? Man, I'm freaking exhausted, y'all. I'm not even gonna pretend that I'm not. All right, 6.5 is the Vegas consensus lines. 1.5, 50-50 basically to go over 6.5. Hits allowed, -145, earned runs, walks. It's all here for you. You can see it's a good matchup. It's easier to get strikeouts, but the batting average, they're also getting more hits. You can look at his last 5, 7, 10, 3, 7, 6, offering a wide range of outcomes. But look at this, 24 pitching outs, 15, 15, 18, 16. So now we have the Vegas lines and we can run it. And what this does is it comes up with a sample size of 10,000 iterations. So it's going to run it 10,000 times. All the data, all my data points, my model, my algorithm, crunch it all together and give us an outcome. Ready? Bang. Just like that. It's instant. You got to love technology in 2025. I built this from the ground up myself. So everything is working how I want it to be working. You can see he's projected for 7, earned runs 2, hits allowed 5, walks 1.3. I got the probabilities. This is the most important part. You want to find what has the highest probability of hitting. Okay, so 6.5 Ks, he goes over 56% of the time. Earned runs 61%. Hits allowed, he's going over 3.5 hits allowed 77% of the time. So you could take 3.5 hits allowed all day long. You probably won't be able to find that line anywhere. Well, actually, it's there. It's juiced over on BetMGM, but not much. So yeah, you could take over 3.5. That's actually great. But I wanted to specifically look at his case today, which I did. But you can see here, he's only going over 1.5 walks 37% of the time. So that means 43% of the time he's going under in my model's simulation. So you'd look at the recommendations, take more, take more, take less. But since there's 3 that say take more, which one would you go to? Well, you'd want to go with the ones that have the highest probability. 3.5 hits allowed. That has the highest probability to cash you. So that would be the one you take. Now, his line at 6.5 is his normal line, which is why it's only showing 56% of the time. Now, watch this. If we swap it down to 5.5, now all of a sudden he's going over 69% of the time. Okay, everything else stays the same because we didn't move those lines. So 69% of the time for DeGrom, he's going over. It factors in the weather, the direction of the wind, the park factor, the way the layout is, had their home runs, everything, guys. Everything is calculated. Wind speed towards increasing hits and earned runs. So naturally, his hits allowed is a little bit higher than one would think. It's contributing in the model too. It's factoring everything. Now, the Vegas boost, what is that? You can toggle that on or off. So like by default, I calculate in the Vegas market lines as well. So, well, I only apply it to strikeouts because I don't want the other ones I don't care about. But for strikeouts, they manipulate that depending on matchup name and data like no other. So I wanted to find a way to account for it. Nothing crazy, but it does account for this. So if it's 50-50 here, you won't see much of a change, whether it's on or off. As you can see, there's no change. So it's in harmony. So the model's raw power is pretty much saying he's going to get 7 Ks regardless of what Vegas thinks. It would put it at 7. Now, if Vegas had it heavily juiced under, it would give a slightly lower projection if you have this toggled. If you want to see what just the model accounts for with no Vegas manipulation on the strikeouts, you would look at this. Okay, you would unclick this. So now let's go look at Davy Crockett, aka Garrett Crochet. His line is 7.5 on 3 books, but one is 6.5. So the consensus is 7.5. Bad matchup. Okay, they don't strike out a lot, but they also don't get a lot of hits. Now you can see with that line of 7.5, which is insanely high, he's calculated for 7 strikeouts, but he's only going over 7.5 Ks 45% of the time, chat. Okay, 45% of the time. So we wouldn't want to take over 7.5. No clear value, avoid. The other things is walks, is hits allowed, earned runs. Sure, you could go with the highest there, 68%. Now, if we move this down to 5.5, now all of a sudden it's 68% of the time to go over. And you can see take more, and that is crispy. It's that easy, folks. You just want to find the highest probabilities. Now, once this is in your hands, you can run any pitcher that's pitching that day, find their best demons, goblins, regular lines, regardless of what it is, which one of these it is, or you can just look at their pitching outs, which I don't show probability, but I give you a projection for it, and you can make your own lineups easy peasy by using this. Any pitcher you're concerned about, you can run them all until you find one that has 70% plus if you want, and you are going to make money, period. How do you think I've been on all these MLB crazy runs the last 2 weeks? It's because I'm using my model. Now, real quick with Garrett Crochet, I want to show you his historical trends. Okay, so look at his strikeouts for a second. He started at 9, then he went to 6, then he went to 6 again, then he went to 9, and now he's at 8. So follow this graph. What would be the natural progression? Okay, he was really high. Then he kind of went flat in the middle, which is flat, not really that flat, 6 Ks. Then he spiked back up. Then he went back down. Naturally, he's probably going to come back down to 7 or 6. That would be the natural progression. And as you can see, his hits allowed and strikeouts follow in suit because it's going to be very, very close because those two data points are heavily correlated. So those are the 2 pictures I'm giving out on YouTube today that I wanted to run with crushed bats. I have a full list in the Discord, which you can get access to going to CaptainCrush.net right here, right now. The silver package won't give you Discord access. It just gives you a few props on a list sent to your phone every day. The gold package is where you will get access to crushed bats. You're going to get live stream access Monday through Friday. You're going to get my slips, the prop list, community chat, community slips, and everything else that goes with it, guys. $24.99 a month, but right now I do have a special. The special is the summer package. It's 3 months for $60. So instead of buying month to month, you're getting a $15 discount. Instead of $75, it's $60. My prices are extremely fair, extremely affordable, guys. I don't care. $60 for 3 months, $25 for a month is totally fair. A year, $250, 6 months, $125. This is the most fair pricing I can give you to where it still makes sense for me to do this full time, to make these tools and to help you guys win. So once you have this, follow the instructions and you will get linked into the Discord, and as soon as Crush Bats is out, you're going to have it too. You'll also get my daily projection sheets that are here. These are for MLB. I post them for NBA, WNBA, all of them, base model projections. You can see this is the captain's slip tab where I post my slips with the links. And then one last time, you can see I am the one. Joined Discord yesterday and went green. Shout out to the GOAT Crush. I appreciate you, man. Those are the best. I didn't tell him to do that. I just saw that when I made this video. Those are the best advertisements I have. It's your word of mouth, guys, because no one cares what I say. I'm the one that's putting you guys on, okay? So just ask the community and they will tell you and they will let you know the truth, guys. I have had people in my community Discord that have been with me since inception. Never left. That's over 2.5 years, guys. There's a reason for that. If I sucked and they didn't believe in that I actually knew what I was doing, they wouldn't do that. Why would they do that? It's because we have a solid community. I know what I'm doing, but more importantly, I put my heart and soul in teaching you to know what you're doing, and it works. We're not going to have extreme weeks like this every single week, day, or month, but overall, we will have more of these than not. That is just me keeping it 100% real with you guys. I know you guys work hard for your coin. I know how hard it is out there to make a buck. I try my best to respect your coin, okay? When I go to sleep at night, I like to know that I provided value for my Discord, period. That's all I try to do, and I think I've done that and more. So hop on in, stop being on the fence, stop, oh, I'm undecided, guys. Just get in the mix. You have nothing to lose, bro. $25 is two to three coffees at Starbucks, okay? I spent $25 on Starbucks today for me and my wife. That's a true story. Now, before we get out of here, we're going to make an MLB lineup on ParlayPlay. Absolutely. They got DeGrom boosted to 1.4 for your boy. We got Garrett Crochet at 5.5Ks here. That pays 1.7. We just need one more for the 2X. Oh my goodness, Pete Alonso, half a single. I want to take less on Pete Alonso to get half a single so bad. What does that pay? 2.3X. Is he getting a single today? I feel like if he's going to hit today, he's going to get more than a single. Pete Alonso. He's been in such a slump. Is this the move? Right here for 2.3X. Do we add one more to it? There is another pitcher that I love, but you got to be in the Discord to see it, unfortunately. But screw it. Let's do it. Alonso, you better not get a single. You best not get a single, buddy. I'm not nuking today. I said I wasn't. But 50 to win 116. There it is. Okay. DeGrom, Crochet, Alonso. The full list is in the cord. Promo code CRUSH on ParlayPlay. Use the link in the description so you can get credit for it, and I can get you in my Discord if you're a new ParlayPlay member. If you can't use ParlayPlay for whatever reason, take it on Underdog. Same thing applies. Link in description. Send me the email. I got you. So guys, I will leave you with this. I do appreciate you tuning in. Like always, please smash that like button like Mama taught you right. If you're not subscribed, what are you doing? If you made coin, subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Let them know. Join the Discord. Live stream later today at 5:30 Central. Here is the salute. Good luck in all your contests. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.